It's a dark morning at the Mallory Town Studios in Ontario, Canada. It's 4:43 a.m. and we are just starting this production. It looks like an interesting slate of topics today. Tom, let's start things off.
Okay, Sheila, let's roll. Our first topic is modern love and marriage. In this discussion segment, Leslie, Vincent, Karen, and I delve into the complexities of modern marriage and dating. We explore themes from Anna Louise Sussman's article and Melissa Kearney's book, The Two-Parent Privilege, discussing how societal and economic shifts have impacted marriage rates and the feasibility of marriage. The panelists offer a balanced and insightful commentary, blending facts with personal opinions. Welcome to our discussion on modern marriage. Anna Louise Sussman's recent article paints a complex picture. Leslie, your thoughts?
Tom, it's fascinating yet troubling. The idea that marriage is a simple solution to societal issues is outdated. We need to understand individual struggles in finding love in this fast-paced world.
Absolutely, Leslie. And don't get me started on the economic angle. The landscape has changed, and traditional roles are evolving. It's not just about finding someone. It's about finding the right someone in a shifting world.
I agree with both of you. And let's not overlook the gender dynamics here. More women are college-educated and independent, changing the traditional marriage paradigm. It's a different game now.
Interesting points. Sussman also mentions the challenges men face in today's economy. Vincent, your take on this, male drift?
Well, Tom, it's a real issue. Men are struggling to adapt to new economic realities. This impacts their role in relationships and society. We can't ignore this when discussing marriage and dating.
True, but we must also focus on women's stories. They're often labeled as picky or unrealistic. It's not about being picky, it's about finding a compatible partner in a complex world.
Exactly, Leslie. It's about listening to both sides and understanding the deeper issues at play. Simple advice like just get married is not only unhelpful but can be harmful in today's context.
Let's wrap up. Final thoughts, Leslie?
We need more open dialogues like this, respecting individual experiences in love and marriage. One size doesn't fit all anymore.
And let's not forget the societal and economic factors. It's not just personal, it's systemic.
Absolutely. A holistic approach is needed to understand and address these challenges in modern relationships.
Moving on, we introduce our next story entitled, MAGA Man, Giuliani's Transformation and Its Implications. Welcome to our panel. We're delving into David French's insightful piece on Rudy Giuliani's metamorphosis. Leslie, your thoughts on Ruby Freeman's distressing ordeal?
Tom, it's a sobering reminder of the power of political narratives. Freeman's life was upended by baseless accusations. It's more than political rhetoric, it's about the real-life impact of falsehoods.
Indeed, Leslie. Giuliani's admission of lying and the subsequent court judgment are pivotal. This isn't just political drama, it's about accountability for spreading destructive lies.
That's right. Giuliani's journey from respected public figure to MAGA's face represents a dangerous shift in political discourse. It's not just about him, it's about the ideals he's come to embody.
Vincent, the article touches on the MAGA movement's influence in politics. How do you see this playing out?
Tom, the MAGA movement, as represented by Giuliani, has redefined political norms. It's a shift towards a culture where untruths and aggression are not just accepted but celebrated. It's a troubling trend.
And it's not limited to Giuliani. The article lists other MAGA figures, showing a pattern of behavior that's corrosive to the foundations of our democracy. It's about the values we want to uphold.
The implications for American politics are profound. This isn't just about individual missteps. It's a systemic issue that challenges the very essence of our democratic ideals.
Karen, considering this, what should voters be aware of in this context?
Voters must recognize the realities behind this political theater. Understanding the impact of these narratives on individuals and society is crucial. We need to discern truth from political spectacle.
Absolutely. And Giuliani's financial penalty, though significant, is just a symptom. The real issue is the erosion of trust and integrity in our political system, exacerbated by leaders like him.
It's about restoring integrity and truth in politics. Giuliani's fall is a stark warning of the dangers of power devoid of ethical responsibility. We must demand more from our leaders.
Powerful insights. As we conclude, it's clear that Giuliani's transformation and the broader MAGA movement pose serious questions about truth, accountability, and the health of our democracy. Thank you all for this engaging discussion. Thank you for a thoughtful discussion. This conversation highlights the need for truth and accountability in our political discourse. This next story hits home. Our producer, Grandpa Bob, knows all about hospitals. Let's examine the profit paradox, non-profit hospitals under scrutiny. In this segment, Leslie, Vincent, Karen, and I delve into the complex issue of whether hospitals, especially non-profit ones, should focus on profits. They explore perspectives from various letters to the editor, discussing board diversity, community benefits, taxation, and systemic health care challenges. Leslie, your thoughts on Dr. Navatha's view on hospitals prioritizing profits?
Tom, it's concerning. Hospitals are vital for community health, but when profits overshadow their mission, it affects the quality of care and patient trust.
True, but we can't overlook the community benefits that hospitals provide. As Rick Pollock points out, they're more than healthcare centers, they're community pillars.
That's an important point, Vincent. However, Dr. Leviate's suggestion to tax these hospitals raises a crucial question about their financial accountability.
Vincent, how do you see board diversity impacting hospital operations and patient care?
Diversity on boards can lead to more inclusive decision-making, reflecting the needs of diverse communities, and potentially improving patient care quality.
And addressing systemic healthcare issues, as Stephen Davidson suggests, is vital. It's not just about individual hospitals, it's about the entire health system.
Absolutely, Leslie. We need a holistic approach. Examining hospital motives and operations is part of a bigger conversation about healthcare in the U.S.
Karen, considering these views, what should be the focus for hospitals moving forward?
The focus should be on balancing financial sustainability with a strong commitment to their core mission of serving communities and providing quality care.
And let's not forget the role of policy and regulation in ensuring hospitals adhere to their nonprofit status, while still being able to innovate and improve.
It's a complex issue. Hospitals need to be held accountable, but they also need support to fulfill their essential role in society effectively.
Thank you all for a thought-provoking discussion. It's clear that the debate on hospitals and profits is multifaceted, involving community needs, financial sustainability, and systemic health care reform. This next item gives pause. It is called, Educating Boys, Rethinking Traditional School Models. In this segment, we explore the educational approaches of all-male middle schools as detailed in Julie Jargon's article. They discuss the benefits and challenges of these methods and how they could be integrated into co-ed schools. Today's topic is the unique approach of all-male middle schools. Leslie, what's your take on these schools addressing boys' learning styles?
Tom, it's an interesting approach. These schools recognize that traditional methods may not suit every child, especially boys who need more movement and hands-on activities.
Absolutely, Leslie. And the role of male teachers in these settings is crucial. They provide role models and understand the specific needs of their male students.
The focus on limiting technology use is also key. It shows a commitment to reducing distractions and promoting more engaged learning.
Vincent, how do you see these methods impacting boys' academic and social development?
These methods can boost boys' confidence and engagement. Activities like building projects and cooking classes cater to their natural tendencies and enhance learning.
And the success of the Obama Academy is proof that this approach works. It's not just about academics, they focus on the whole student, including emotional well-being.
Right. And the concept of single-gender classes in co-ed schools is fascinating. It could be a way to provide targeted learning environments within a diverse setting.
Karen, considering these perspectives, how could co-ed schools adapt these approaches?
Co-ed schools could integrate more movement and practical learning in their curriculum, as well as consider single-gender classes for subjects where boys or girls might feel overshadowed.
It's about understanding and catering to different learning styles, ensuring all students, regardless of gender, can thrive.
Exactly, Vincent. It's not about separating genders but about adapting teaching methods to suit various needs and preferences.
Thanks for your insights. This discussion highlights the importance of re-evaluating traditional educational models to accommodate diverse learning styles. Quote, "Most people hate self-checkouts. I am no different. Let's examine Revolutionizing Retail, Uniqlo's self-checkout success." In this segment, we discuss Uniqlo's groundbreaking self-checkout system. They explore the technology behind it, its impact on customers and employees, and its implications for the future of retail. Leslie, how do you think this technology has changed the shopping experience?
Tom, it's quite revolutionary. Uniqlo has turned a typically frustrating process into something efficient and even enjoyable for customers.
The use of RFID technology is key here. It's a simple yet effective way to streamline checkout, making it faster and more user-friendly.
It's interesting to note that despite automating the checkout process, Uniqlo hasn't reduced its staff. They're still prioritizing human interaction in customer service.
Vincent, what do you think about the economic aspects of this technology?
It's a smart move economically. The cost-effectiveness of RFID tags means Uniqlo can implement this system on a large scale without huge expenses.
However, replicating this in other retail sectors might be challenging due to different supply chain structures. What works for Uniqlo might not work for others.
That's true, Leslie. And the initial skepticism and challenges Uniqlo faced highlight the importance of innovation and persistence in retail.
Karen, how do you see this impacting the future of retail?
This could set a new standard for retail experiences. Pushing other companies to innovate, we might see more tech-driven solutions in stores soon.
Absolutely. And it also shows the potential for older technologies like RFID to find new, impactful applications in modern contexts.
It's a balance between tech efficiency and human service. Uniqlo seems to have struck that balance well, enhancing customer experience without losing the personal touch.
Thank you all for your insights. Uniqlo's self-checkout system is a fascinating case study in retail innovation. It'll be interesting to see how this influences the industry. We know it's tough for anyone to afford a house purchase these days. Now we will explore the housing market puzzle, high buyer interest, low seller willingness. In this segment, we explore the challenges in the current housing market, focusing on the renewed buyer interest due to lower mortgage rates and the reluctance of homeowners to sell. Leslie, how do these lower mortgage rates affect buyer behavior?
Tom, lower rates are definitely enticing buyers back. We're seeing an uptick in mortgage applications, signaling renewed interest in home buying.
But there's a catch. Homeowners who've locked in lower rates in the past aren't eager to sell now and take on higher rates, leading to a shortage of available homes.
Exactly, Vincent. This shortage keeps home prices high despite the increased buyer interest. It's a tough market for those looking to buy.
How significant is this reluctance to sell, and what other factors might be influencing it?
It's quite significant. Besides mortgage rates, economic uncertainty and lifestyle changes from the pandemic play a role in homeowners' reluctance to sell.
And let's not forget, this impacts first-time buyers the most. They're facing high rent costs and now see a window of opportunity with lower rates, but the inventory just isn't there.
There's some hope, though. Predictions suggest a pickup in sales, especially with first-time buyers entering the market, but the inventory issue remains a big hurdle.
What does this mean for the future of the housing market?
It's a bit of a waiting game. We might see more inventory as economic conditions stabilize, but for now, the market remains challenging for buyers.
And for sellers, it's about balancing the benefits of their low-rate mortgages with the potential gains from selling in a high-price market.
Absolutely. It's a complex market scenario, with various economic and personal factors at play for both buyers and sellers.
Thanks for your insights. Today's discussion sheds light on the unique challenges in the current housing market. Let's see how these trends evolve. Title: The Ripoff Report Chronicles Complaints, Controversies, and Cash. Summary: In this riveting exposé, we delved into the world of Ripoff Report, a website that's been raising eyebrows since 1998. Founded by Ed Magedson and operated by Eccentric Ventures, LLC, this platform allows users to air their grievances about businesses and individuals. It boasts over 500,000 unique reports and frequently ranks among the top 1,000 most visited websites in the United States.
Ripoff Report, founded by Ed Magedson, has been online since December 1998 and is operated by Eccentric Ventures, LLC in Arizona.
Oh, Ed Magedson, the editor-in-chief, is quite the character. This website allows users to post complaints, which they call reports, about their experiences with companies or individuals.
But here's the kicker. Users have to create an account with a valid email address, and it's absolutely free to file a report.
Yeah, but remember, these reports are supposed to be truthful and accurate, according to their terms of service. However, Ripoff Report doesn't verify the accuracy of these reports.
Surprisingly, there are over 500,000 unique reports on the site. It's so popular that it's often among the top 1,000 most visited websites in the United States.
And it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The site has been targeted by numerous denial-of-service attacks. Talk about making enemies, right?
Now, here's where it gets spicy. Companies named in reports can respond with a rebuttal to tell their side of the story. Sounds fair, doesn't it?
You'd think so, but Ripoff Report might limit the number of rebuttals per report and might not publish them in certain cases.
Ah, the drama. Now, the real controversy starts with their corporate advocacy, business remediation, and customer satisfaction program. Some folks call it extortion.
In this program, companies pay Ripoff Report to act as an intermediary between them and unhappy customers who filed complaints.
And these companies have to promise to make refunds when requested. In return, Ripoff Report updates the report titles to show the company is trying to improve.
The Phoenix New-Times reported that at least 30 companies are part of this program. It's like a never-ending soap opera.
But wait, there's legal drama too. In 2010, there was a federal court case claiming that the program was extortion. The court ruled it wasn't extortion under California law.
That's right, Tom. Another layer of complexity is the Communications Decency Act, which generally protects websites like Ripoff Report from liability related to user-generated content.
Yeah, but there have been lawsuits arguing that Ripoff Report doesn't deserve that protection because of various reasons. So far, Ripoff Report has come out on top.
And now here's an interesting twist. It seems that Ripoff Report might be making money from negative postings. According to Andy Beal, it's rare to see something negative removed, even when resolved.
Chris from Virginia Beach shared a disturbing experience. False reports with private family photos posted. It's like a nightmare.
And Robin from San Francisco raises a valid point, questioning why Google and other search engines allow Ripoff Report's content. It's a head-scratcher indeed.
Ed from Crosby adds his 2 cents, warning folks to avoid scams like TestJoy on eBay. Ripoff Report is a platform where such warnings and complaints can be heard.
So, it's not just a platform for complaints, it's a cash cow for Ripoff Report. And Google seems to have a soft spot for Ripoff Report content, which adds another layer to the mystery.
Indeed, Karen. Despite controversies and questionable content, Ripoff Report is here to stay. So if you ever find yourself on the wrong end of a Ripoff Report, well, good luck with that.
Thank you, Karen and Vincent, for diving into the complexities of Ripoff Report. That's it for our top story today. Wealthy donors, Supreme Court justice, and democracy, a discussion. Summary: in this lively conversation, Karen, Vincent, and Sheila dive into the revelations from a recent news article. They explore the influence of wealthy donors on Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, discuss the impact of extremist ideologies, and even touch on recent developments within the Catholic Church. Join them for a witty and thought-provoking discussion. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our discussion. Today, we have Karen, a dedicated scientist, Vincent, our sarcastic wise liberal, and Sheila, our experienced voice. We'll be delving into the latest news about wealthy donors and their influence on Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Karen, could you start us off with your thoughts on this matter?
Thank you, Tom. Well, when I read about Justice Thomas complaining about his salary, I couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. It's fascinating how even Supreme Court justices worry about money. But then again, who doesn't, right?
Oh, Karen, you've got a point there. Money makes the world go round, even in the highest echelons of power. But the real kicker for me is how lawmakers jump to raise their salaries. It's like, hey buddy, we got your back.
Indeed, Vincent. What strikes me as ironic is that these lawmakers were supposedly pushing for originalism in interpreting the Constitution, yet they seemed quite flexible when it came to salary adjustments. But Ralph Meckham had a point, didn't he? Separating those salaries was a tactical move that could have backfired.
Right, Sheila. And then the wealthy donors started showering Thomas and his wife with expensive vacations and gifts. Talk about perks of the job, but I wonder if that influenced any of his decisions on the bench.
Karen, you've just opened Pandora's box. Thomas's involvement in Citizens United and Shelby County decisions, both favoring corporate interests and weakening voting rights, certainly raises eyebrows. Wealthy donors seem to have a keen interest in these decisions.
It's like they're trying to mold the Supreme Court to their liking. But shifting gears a bit, Karen, what's your take on anti-abortion forces trying to prevent voters from deciding on abortion rights?
It's a concerning trend, Sheila. By denying voters the right to decide, they're bypassing democracy itself. Democracy, meet its mortal enemy.
And don't even get me started on the leading Republican presidential candidate praising dictators and advocating for rule breaking. Are we living in a democracy or a bizarre reality show?
Vincent, it's a valid question. Democracy is at a crossroads, facing challenges from both ends of the spectrum. But it's heartening to see Pope Francis taking a stand for tolerance and inclusivity within the Catholic Church.
Absolutely, Sheila. His ruling on same-sex couples is a significant step. It shows that even long-standing institutions can evolve.
Thank you all for your insights. It's clear that money, politics, and democracy are intertwined in complex ways. We'll continue to watch how these dynamics unfold. Title: Nairobi's Radio Revelations, a rollercoaster ride through traffic and talk shows. Summary: join Karen, Vincent, Sheila, and Leslie on an enthralling journey through Nairobi's bustling streets and vibrant radio waves. With a dash of wit and sarcasm, they explore the captivating world of call-in shows amidst Nairobi's notorious traffic. Vincent hops on the phone lines to answer questions from callers like Rusty, Bernard, Cornelius, and Grand Sap, while engaging debates and follow-up questions keep the dialogue lively. Good day, everyone. Today, we embark on a thrilling journey through Nairobi's bustling streets and vibrant radio waves. Our panel of experts is ready to delve into the influence of call-in shows amidst Nairobi's notorious traffic chaos. But first, let's set the stage with the initial facts.
Fact 1. Nairobi is the epicenter for call-in radio shows that fearlessly tackle personal and societal issues. Imagine being stuck in the renowned Nairobi traffic while tuning in.
Nairobi traffic, the ultimate test of endurance and patience. Fact 2. Picture yourself in the midst of this gridlock. Vendors offering you everything from bottled water to the kitchen sink. Well, almost.
And there's more. Fact 3. These call-in shows unleash shockingly candid discussions. Take Jane, for example, in a lesbian relationship, planning to pay bride wealth. Talk about airing your laundry.
Fact 4. Despite Kenya's conservative backdrop, gay relationships boldly take center stage. Nairobi's radio scene has become a catalyst for societal change.
Bravo, Karen. Fact 5. The radio scene here has exploded thanks to more affordable licenses. Call-in shows have become an economic and social powerhouse.
A modern-day town square, indeed. Fact 6. These shows offer a window into the ordinary lives of Nairobians, from tales of abandonment like Petronella's to economic struggles.
Time to shake things up. I'm heading to the phone lines for some questions. Rusty, you're on air. What's your burning question about Nairobi's radio revolution?
Well, Vincent, it's not a revolution without a bit of chaos, right? Do these shows discuss politics at all?
Rusty, they sure do. Politics, love, life, you name it. Nairobi's airwaves are a wild ride of discussions.
But do they make a difference or just stir the pot?
Excellent question, Rusty. These shows are like a pressure cooker of ideas. Sometimes they simmer and sometimes they explode with change.
Or they leave you scratching your head, wondering if anything's really changed.
Bernard, you're up next, calling from sunny Miami, Florida. What's your follow-up question?
Vincent, do you think these shows influence public opinion or just provide entertainment?
Influence, you bet they can sway opinions like a tropical breeze, but don't expect overnight transformations.
I've seen these shows evolve over the years. They plant the seeds of thought. Whether they grow into giant oaks is another story.
Cornelius, from the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, you're on air. Follow-up question, please.
Vincent, do you think these shows can eventually lead to legal changes in Kenya, like decriminalizing gay relationships?
Legal changes, that's the elephant in the room. They can nudge lawmakers, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is legal reform.
The show goes on, Cornelius, but it's not always a Hollywood ending with sweeping legal changes.
And it's not a smooth ride either. Sometimes change takes its sweet time.
All right, folks, I'm back for more questions. Beasley, calling from the picturesque San Francisco, California, you're on air. What's your question about Nairobi's radio revolution?
Vincent, how do these shows impact ordinary people's lives?
Beasley, they offer a lifeline to those who feel unheard. They provide solace, solutions, or simply a moment of connection amidst the chaos.
Vincent, do you think these shows can create real change, or are they just entertainment?
Controversy, hold on to your hats. These shows have ruffled feathers aplenty, with debates that could power a city.
The controversies, they're like a spicy Nairobian stew, hot, fiery, and unforgettable.
And there you have it, folks. Nairobi's traffic may be chaotic, but its radio waves are a symphony of voices, shaping a city's destiny. Until next time, keep those radios tuned and your questions coming. Welcome to our special segment on the space junk crisis. Let's dive in.
Space, the final frontier, huh? More like space, the cluttered mess.
Right, Karen? It's like we've turned Earth's orbit into our personal dump.
Well, folks, it's not just space garbage, it's a serious threat.
That's right, Sheila. Imagine a collision at 17,000 miles per hour.
So, where's all this junk coming from, Karen?
The culprits, Russia, US, China, responsible for 80% of the mess.
Typical superpowers, always making a mess.
And it's not just big stuff. Tiny fragments are a problem too.
Even a penny-sized piece can wreak havoc up there.
Yikes. So, what's the solution, Vincent?
First, stop littering. Have a plan for a satellite's end of life.
That's mitigation, and remediation is key too.
Active removal of debris is possible. We need more efforts on that front.
But it's a global issue. Cooperation and new treaties are essential.
Great insights, folks. Now, let's take some calls.
Hi, this is Rusty from Houston, Texas. What can I do about space junk?
Hey Rusty, reduce waste and support efforts for debris removal.
Thanks. What about tracking all the small pieces?
Good question, Rusty. We need advanced tracking systems for those.
You know, Rusty, we should name some of those debris pieces. Maybe they'll feel special and behave better.
Ha, I like that idea. Space Junk Joe has a nice ring to it.
Bernard, you're on. Tell us your name and location.
Bernard from Los Angeles. Can't we just launch fewer satellites?
Well, Bernard, satellites provide vital services. We need better cleanup.
Hey Bernard, fewer satellites might mean slower internet. Imagine the outrage.
You've got a point there. Can space agencies work together on this?
Absolutely, Bernard. Global cooperation is key.
Cornelius, go ahead. Name and location, please.
Cornelius from New York City. Why don't they just send junk to the sun?
Good one, Cornelius, but it's incredibly costly and not practical.
Plus, Cornelius, we wouldn't want to pollute the sun, would we?
I see. So, what's the plan for the future?
Well, Cornelius, We need stricter regulations and clean-up innovations.
Maybe we should launch a space Roomba to clean up our celestial mess.
Haha, a space Roomba, I like that. Thanks for the insights.
Grand Sap, you're up. Tell us your name and location.
Grand Sap from Chicago. Can we turn space junk into something useful?
Interesting idea, Grand Sap. Recycling in space could be a game changer.
Grand Sap, if we recycle space junk into art, we'd have the most celestial gallery.
But isn't space just too vast for cleanup efforts?
It's challenging, Grand Sap, but with global effort, we can tackle it.
And that's a wrap, folks. Remember, it's time to clean up our celestial space. We've got a tale of two stories that are more connected than you'd ever imagine. Barbie and Oppenheimer, together.
That's right, Tom. On one side, we've got Barbie, the iconic toy. On the other, J. Robert Oppenheimer, the nuclear scientist. You'd think they have nothing in common, right?
Well, prepare for a twist, folks. These two seemingly different subjects share a dark connection.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Barbie and Oppenheimer are our unlikely guides into the Anthropocene, a geological era of human influence.
Indeed, Vincent. This isn't just a playdate, it's about the dawn of an imperiled era.
Hey there, this is Rusty calling from the Big Apple. I'm curious, how does Barbie fit into the Anthropocene?
Great question, Rusty. You see, Barbie's production consumes a lot of resources, including oil. That's a big part of our impact on the environment.
Exactly, Rusty. Barbie's popularity symbolizes our culture of consumption, which contributes to the Anthropocene.
Thanks for clearing that up. So, should we be concerned about Barbie's impact on the environment?
Good follow-up, Rusty. Absolutely, we should be mindful of the environmental impact of mass-produced toys like Barbie.
It's a reminder, Rusty, that even seemingly innocent things can have significant consequences on our planet.
That's right, Rusty. Every little choice we make adds up, contributing to the bigger picture.
Hey, this is Bernard calling from sunny California. I'm intrigued. How does Oppenheimer fit into all of this?
Good question, Bernard. Oppenheimer's atomic experiments unleashed radioactive isotopes, which could be geological markers for the Anthropocene.
Bernard, his work played a significant role in changing our planet's history and ushering in the Anthropocene era.
Fascinating stuff. So, should we be more concerned about nuclear testing's impact on our planet?
Excellent question, Bernard. Yes, we should be concerned. Nuclear testing left lasting traces in our environment, marking a significant chapter in the Anthropocene.
It's a reminder, Bernard, that human actions have a profound and lasting impact on the planet's geological record.
Thanks for the insight. What about plastic's role in all of this?
Another great question, Bernard. Plastic production took off around the same time as nuclear testing, and both have left their mark on the Anthropocene.
Bernard, plastics are among the key technofossils of our era, highlighting the pervasive influence of human-made materials.
Thanks for the info. I appreciate the answers.
Now we delve into a thought-provoking opinions essay titled, America Doesn't Need More God. It Needs More Atheists, by Kate Cohen.
That's an intriguing title, Tom. Let's explore Kate Cohen's journey from her religious upbringing to atheism and why she believes we need more atheists.
Kate starts by explaining how her kids played a role in her becoming an atheist, emphasizing the importance of honesty in teaching her children.
True, Karen. She touches on how religious texts often contain disproven facts and morality no longer accepted by modern society.
Kate highlights that atheists tend to be politically active and critical thinkers, and she argues that they can help demand facts and separate truth from fiction.
Hey there, this is Rusty calling from the Big Apple. I'm curious about how Kate's atheism connects to politics. What's the link?
Excellent question, Rusty. Kate suggests that atheists, with their focus on evidence-based thinking, can help counter the spread of disinformation in politics.
She also mentions the importance of keeping religion separate from public policy, and how some religious beliefs can lead to discrimination and biases.
Thanks for clarifying that. Should people openly identify as atheists, even if they have their own spiritual beliefs?
That's a great follow-up, Rusty. Kate believes that openly identifying as an atheist can help normalize atheism and promote honesty in discussing one's beliefs.
She argues that this honesty can contribute to a more open and truthful society, even if people have different spiritual perspectives.
Hey, this is Bernard calling from sunny California. I'm wondering how Kate's perspective on atheism might impact religious freedom.
A thoughtful question, Bernard. Kate emphasizes that while she supports religious freedom, she's concerned about the misuse of religious liberty to discriminate or bypass laws.
She argues that atheists can play a crucial role in advocating for a secular democracy where religion doesn't unduly influence laws and policies.
Thanks for the insight. Do you think this approach could lead to better social and political harmony?
Great question, Bernard. Kate believes that promoting honesty and critical thinking can indeed foster better harmony and understanding among people with diverse beliefs.
She sees a future where people can openly discuss their beliefs, leading to more meaningful conversations and a society that values facts and evidence.
In summary, Kate Cohen's essay encourages atheists to be open about their beliefs, emphasizing the importance of honesty, critical thinking, and evidence-based decision-making.
This was enlightening, thank you. I appreciate the insights.
Likewise, I've learned a lot today. Thanks for the discussion.
Hello, everyone. Cornelius here from the Windy City, Chicago. I'm curious about how atheists can contribute to addressing climate change and environmental issues.
Welcome, Cornelius. It's a relevant topic. Kate Cohen doesn't specifically address this in her essay, but atheists, like anyone else, can certainly be active in advocating for environmental protection based on scientific evidence.
Indeed, Sheila. Atheists' emphasis on reason and evidence can lead to support for policies and actions that combat climate change, considering the overwhelming scientific consensus on the issue.
Hey, this is Grant Sapp calling from the Heartland, Nebraska. I'm concerned about the moral aspect. Can atheists have strong moral values without religious beliefs?
That's a significant question, Grant Sapp. Kate Cohen suggests that atheists can indeed have strong moral values. Morality isn't exclusive to religious beliefs. It can be based on empathy, societal values, and ethical principles.
She argues that atheists can be moral, compassionate, and engaged citizens, emphasizing the importance of personal responsibility and taking action for a better society.
Thank you for addressing my question, and thanks for the insightful discussion.
I appreciate the thoughtful responses as well. This has been enlightening.
Howdy, Yal. Rusty calling from the Lone Star State, Texas. I reckon atheists might have a tough time in a place like this. What's Kate's take on being an atheist in a religiously conservative area?
Well, Rusty, it can indeed be challenging for atheists in conservative areas. Kate Cohen doesn't directly address this in her essay, but she emphasizes the importance of honesty and standing up for one's beliefs, even in the face of challenges.
That's right, Vincent. Being open about your atheism can help challenge stereotypes and promote understanding. And remember, atheists can find like-minded communities and allies even in conservative regions.
Hi there, it's Bernard calling from the sunny beaches of California. I wanted to know if atheists have a role to play in promoting religious tolerance and understanding.
Absolutely, Bernard. Kate Cohen suggests that atheists can contribute to promoting tolerance and understanding by engaging in open, respectful dialogue with religious individuals. Encouraging conversations can help bridge gaps and reduce biases.
She believes that atheists can advocate for a secular society where everyone has the freedom to practice their religion or lack thereof without discrimination. It's all about mutual respect.
Thanks for the insights, Yal. It's mighty interesting to hear these perspectives.
I appreciate the response as well. Keep up the great discussion.
Next, we're diving into Alexei McCammon's article, The Bag That Opened Up My Blackness. We have Karen, Vincent, Sheila, and Leslie in the studio. Let's begin.
I found this article fascinating. Alexei McCammon talks about how her Telfar bag has opened up spaces for Black joy and connection. It's intriguing how a fashion item can do that. What do you think, Vincent?
Well, Karen, It's remarkable how fashion can be a form of expression and connection. The Telfar bag appears to serve as a symbol of unity among people of color. It's a testament to the power of culture and identity.
Absolutely, Vincent. And it's heartwarming to see celebrities like Oprah and Beyoncé embracing this bag. It's like a badge of honor.
Indeed, Sheila, it's more than a designer bag, it's a representation of acceptance and community.
Howdy, y'all. Rusty from Texas here. Ain't fashion something? Now, I'm curious, do y'all think fashion can help bridge divides and bring people together in other communities too?
Hi, this is Bernard. I'm calling from California. Rusty, that's a great question. Fashion can be a powerful tool for cultural exchange and understanding. The Telfair bag is a prime example of how it transcends boundaries.
Cornelius from New York City here. I agree with Bernard. Fashion can definitely be a bridge between cultures. The Telfar bag story reminds me of how hip-hop culture influenced fashion worldwide. It's about shared experiences and expressions.
Greetings, this is Grant Sapp, and I'm calling from Minnesota. I've been listening, and I think it's incredible how a bag can create connections. But do you think fashion can also address deeper social issues or inequalities?
Hi, I'm Beasley, and I'm calling from Washington, D.C. Great question, Grand Sab. I believe fashion can be a platform for raising awareness. Telfair Clemens, the designer behind the bag, is black and queer. His success challenges norms and inspires change.
Well said, Beasley. Fashion, like any art form, can be a reflection of society and a catalyst for change. It's more than just clothing, it's a statement.
I agree with Beasley. The bag represents empowerment and inclusivity. It's inspiring to see how fashion can address deeper issues.
Thank you, callers, for sharing your insights. Fashion truly has a unique way of bringing people together and making powerful statements. That's all the time we have tonight. Join us next time for more engaging discussions. We have a pressing issue to discuss: Texas Governor Greg Abbott's bold move to sign a law allowing the arrest of migrants entering the state without legal authorization. Karen, how about you kick things off by presenting the facts?
Certainly, Tom. In a move that's as eye-catching as a Texan sunset, Governor Abbott has signed a law that gives Texas law enforcement the power to arrest migrants who enter the state from Mexico without proper authorization. Now, Vincent, I know you have some thoughts on this.
Oh, absolutely, Karen. This law is as surprising as finding a cactus in the desert. It's causing quite the stir, with critics suggesting it could encourage racial profiling and strain local resources. But let's not jump the gun. We'll leave that to Texas law enforcement.
Sheila here, folks. It's important to note that in one section of the Texas-Mexico border, federal agents encountered a staggering 38,000 migrants in October alone. That's more people than you'd find at a Texas barbecue cook-off.
Leslie adding her 2 cents. The situation at the border has become a political hot potato, with President Biden facing criticism from both sides of the aisle.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's hear from our first caller, Rusty, who's calling in from Houston, Texas. Rusty, what's on your mind?
Howdy there. Well, I'm just wondering, will this law really make the border safer?
Excellent question, Rusty. Karen, what do you think?
Rusty, that's a question that's as big as the Lone Star State itself. The effectiveness of the law is still up in the air, and it's bound to be a topic of heated debate.
Thank you, Karen. Now let's go to our next caller, Bernard, calling in from El Paso, Texas. Bernard, what's your question?
Howdy, y'all. I'm curious about the impact on local law enforcement. Are they ready for this?
Well, Bernard, that's a mighty important question. The strain on local law enforcement is a real concern, and it's something they'll have to reckon with.
Thank you, Sheila. And now our third caller, Cornelius, calling in from Austin, Texas. Cornelius, what's on your mind?
Howdy, folks. I'm wondering, could this law lead to more racial profiling?
Cornelius, that's a valid question. The potential for racial profiling is a worry we can't ignore, and it's something that will likely be closely monitored.
Thank you, Leslie. And now, our fourth caller, Grand Sab, calling in from Amarillo, Texas. Grand Sab, what's your question?
Howdy, y'all. I want to know, will this law affect the migrants' rights to seek asylum?
An important aspect, Grand Sap. Vincent, can you shed some light on this?
Grand Sap, it's a critical concern. This law may indeed impact migrants' ability to seek asylum, and it's an aspect that needs careful consideration.
Thank you, Karen and Vincent. Let's introduce our fifth caller, Beasley, calling in from Dallas, Texas. Beasley, what's your take on this immigration law? Well, hello there. I'm just curious if this law will lead to more tensions between Texas and the federal government.
Beasley, that's a perceptive question. It's a bit like two rodeo bulls locking horns, and we'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Thank you, Sheila. And now, our sixth caller, Beasley, calling in from San Antonio, Texas. Beasley, what's your perspective on this matter? Howdy, folks. I'm wondering about the potential impact on the local economy. Will this law deter businesses from operating near the border?
Beasley, that's an economic angle worth considering. It's like trying to sell cowboy boots in a ghost town. Businesses may indeed think twice.